Hey everybody, my name is Edward Palumbo. Again, I bring this broadcast to you. This is part two of my campaign. Opponents have now, entered their hats in the race for this twin tier problem. Okay, this is not a damn game. Again, let me exclude that. Okay, not game. Not a damn game. When you see how people treat other people with disabilities here in twin tier, it does make you sick. I ran one time when COVID was here in our part of the region. I was a peer counselor, volunteered. And I'll tell you what, it did make me sick. Find out that even that the sudden tier, OPWDD doesn't even give a damn. As board member, I will make sure that OPWDD gets what they deserve. To make sure, too, that we with disabilities know that we're just human like everybody else. Or we live in a group home or we live independent. That's one. Two, actually, is more pay for DSPs and group home workers. We hear that they're quitting, going to McDonald's, Wendy's, or flipping burgers, or even doing even seasonal work where I am, and not even considering a good profession, like working with people with disabilities, all because of the fact that the raise they're getting or the pay they're getting is nothing about can't even be a cost of living. I know how this is. On a serious note, okay, I'm a homeowner as well. I have been talking to people in hotels right now where the group homes be closed. Not here in Oneonta, but every small place in here in Central Region. You don't have to go that far. You have to shake hands. I mean, you can shake hands and all that bit. But if you go to even church, talk with people, even, go and walk with them, talk with them, ask them, what do you want if somebody became board member? The other thing, too, is programs. Most of us, even me, were a victim of programs that there's a lack of qualified staff. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to tell you a story. I was in an art program, which I wanted so badly. Stood there for only 3 weeks, 3 weeks. Staff was yelling, screaming at somebody, and came over and blamed me for it. That is not the way you run a program. That is not the way, really, that you run anything. It might be that they are paid enough in the ARC program. I mean, in the ARC program here in Twin Tiers, but they do not understand people with disabilities. Committees, again, that exclude or eliminate people with disabilities. We cannot afford these games. It is not that yeah bit. No. I am running only because of the fact that this is a sick and tired, that this is sickening. Not sick and tired, I'm sorry about that last one. This is getting sickening. The more sickening it's getting, the more you want to throw up. And now you can't even go to sleep anymore, knowing that somebody's in a hotel, on the street, or any place because there's no services. We have, as people here that live here in the Southern Tier. Here in Oneonta, Binghamton, Walton, Unadilla, and Norwich, and other small towns. We're not talking about the big ones, the big fancy towns or cities. We're talking about little cities along the way that where they're closing up, putting people either and cramping them in group homes like sardines, or just putting them in hotels and say, let's, you're on your own. What happens after that? They'll be committing crimes all over the place. Check it out yourself on CNY.com. On CNY Newspaper. There's 84 Southland group homes been closed here in the Southern Tier, and as well as all over Central New York. Check it out. You don't believe me? You think I'm lying? You think I'm making it up? Check it out. Now it is the time to fight. This is why. This is why self-advocacy groups are being made, are being formed. Let's drag this so-called commissioner, drag him down here. Drag her down here. And if necessary, just let us sit there and talk with people. We're being programmed. We'll be just talking. Enough is enough. This is going to be an easy choice. Okay? Whoever my opponent is might be even in a group home, doesn't even know what the outside world is like or what people are doing. Vote for Edward Palumbo, and really, you won't go wrong. Thank you very much. God bless you.